Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 12. This video is for Steve and Noi. I'm uploading videos all day, y'all. So far, I've got the after party uploaded, so be sure to watch that. At the end of each video, I will link them. You can click on the button and go to the next video as soon as I upload them. But let's get into Steve and Noi. If you watch my after party video, you know I done cracked the code on Noi. Noi had me all confused last week, the week before. I remember y'all, I was telling you, I can't figure them out. I can't figure out what's going on. I'm missing some information. But I got all the information I need now. And now I have figured out who's the problem. And the problem is Noi. And I'm 100% Team Steve. 100%. I done figured out that Noi is envious of Steve. She's jealous. Noi wants the life that Steve is living right now. You know that life of laying in the bed till 12 noon with sushi on the bed? That's the life she wants. And she's envious of Steve. She kept running around here talking about it was all about money. And you know, she's scared because she's from a refugee and she's seen poverty. And I know Pastor Cal fed her that line because Pastor Cal likes to coddle these women when some of these women need some tough love. And she started talking about how she doesn't want to be the only breadwinner. First of all, let's break this down. You are not going to be the only breadwinner as a talent acquisition coordinator. Okay, it's a noble profession. I'm happy for you, a good job. But you're not making so much money that you're gonna be the breadwinner in the family for a sales engineer. First of all, let's stop telling that lie. I can guarantee you right now, like I told you, I was an engineer for over 20 years. And let me tell you something, engineers make way more money than talent acquisition coordinators. There ain't no way you ever gonna out-earn us. And we saw that little tiny apartment that Noi was living in. We could barely turn around in it. So I don't know what she's talking about that she's gonna become a breadwinner. She keeps trying to act like this is about money. It's not. It's about jealous and envy. She wants the life that Steve wants. Noi wants to be a stay-at-home wife, and that's what she needs to say. She wants to be a stay-at-home wife and mother, and nothing is wrong with that. But she needs to come out and say that. What she's saying is she wants him to earn enough money that she can stay at home. Not enough money that she has to do 50-50. Not enough money that she has to contribute, but she wants enough money so she can stay at home. And with Steve, and what she's worried about is Steve going to make enough money so that she can quit her job. That's what the real issue is with Noi. But you know what? She's such a poor communicator. She don't know how to express herself. I start cluing in and on when she went in there and started talking about how Steve was napping in the middle of the day and sushi was laid out on the bed too. A dog's life. We all know how we be jealous of dogs because dogs do have a good life. They do. You cook for them, you clean for them, you bathe them, they get to lay in the bed. They got a good life. And you know what? When Noi saw Steve laying in that bed with sushi, she was like, well, I'll be damned. Now, not only does Sushi have a good life, so does Steve. And I'm in here working. She goes on talking about she wants 3 kids. Well, we know you want 3 kids because you want to be a stay-at-home mom. Nothing is wrong with that. You want 3 kids. You want to be a stay-at-home mom. And like she said, she's fixated on 3. Probably because she knows 3 kids can make her a stay-at-home mom. There does come a time when, depending on how many kids you have, it doesn't make sense for you to go to work. And you know why, Noi? 3 is really that number. Once you got 3 kids, sometimes it doesn't even make sense for you to go to work, especially if you're a talent acquisition manager making what, 50,000? Daycare gonna be more than that. Steve is up here throwing the football with Mark the Shark, trying to explain he don't know what to do. He's cooking, he's cleaning, he's paying all the bills. He's talking about he's doing 3 and 4 times. You know you are because your salary is probably 3 times as much as Steve. So he's like, I don't understand what the problem is. That's right, because she keeps talking about this the problem over here, this the problem over here, and it's all deflection. It's got you running around trying to figure out what's going on when the real thing is she's jealous and she's envious and she wants your life. He says, I'm afraid if I get a job, she still won't be happy. She won't be happy. You know why? Because she wants your life. And he's like, well, it'd be a shame if he has to go back to work just to make her happy. He says, but I need a plan. I need a plan. They keep using the word plan. But what Steve is actually talking about is he says he needs a goal. I understand Steve. First of all, Steve is an engineer. I was an engineer. Steve is trying to venture over to entrepreneurism. I ventured over to entrepreneurism. What Steve is starting to talk about is he's saying he needs a goal. And there's one thing about engineers is we are goal oriented. So you have to give us a target for us to shoot for that target. And what Steve is saying is, what's our target? Let's sit down and come up with our target. Because Steve already had a target. His target was to run around the world and travel. He understands now that can no longer be his target. That can no longer be his goal. He's asking Noi to sit down. Let's give me a target and we can shoot for that. Is a target to buy a house? Is a target this? But Noi is so immature. She can't sit down and figure this out, because the truth of the matter is Noi doesn't care what job Steve does, as long as she can be a stay-at-home mom. And I wish she would just say that. Steve is going to the groomer to bathe Sushi. He's picking up Sushi's mess. He's giving Sushi treats. He's buying Sushi clothes. Man, he courting Sushi like she's a woman, buying her clothes, getting her nails done, her hair done, picking up after her. And Noi is still not happy. And he's like, dang, I wish I could get some appreciation around here. Noi comes home talking about, why don't you get the potatoes and the eggs ready and I'll get the waffles ready. When we find out all she doing is putting the waffles in the air fryer. This girl, she's something else. So she gonna have Steve cook the potatoes and the eggs, which takes work, and she gonna just put some frozen waffles into an air fryer. Girl. And when they start talking about the household chores and about why don't we take a bathroom each, which does seem reasonable, she tells Steve to kiss her ass. She don't need to do none of that. He needs to do everything because he's got more free time. This is what envy looks like. This looks like when you hang out with a person and you have more than them, and what they believe is you need to make up for all their deficits in life. So if you make more than them and you go out to dinner with them, they feel like you always need to pay. That's who this is. This is that person where when I first quit my regular corporate job, people will be calling me, hey girl, can you take me to the airport? Can you pick me up from the airport? Can you watch my kids? Can you come over and wait for the cable guy to come over? Okay, first of all, I'm your friend. I'm willing to help. But let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I worked hard to get here, and I didn't work so hard to get here that now what I have to do is use all my free time, resources, money, and everything to make your life easier. That's what I didn't like about when people see something that you have that they don't have. And that's why I see this is what's going on with Noi. Noi is envious and jealous of Steve, and she wants him to use all his free time, resources, energy, and everything to go towards her. And what he's saying is, listen, if I spend all my free time, energy, and resources all on you, I don't have enough left over to chart this new course we're on. I get it, Steve. I get it completely. But Noi don't care because Noi is not interested in that. Noi wants your life. Then Noi starts telling this BS talking about she doesn't want to live with a Steve and maybe we got to keep our apartment separate. Another deflection, another diversion. That's not what this is about. That's not what this is about at all. This is all emotional manipulation. Steve, what Noi is trying to do is trying to say, unless you get a job, I'm not moving in with you. This is emotional manipulation. To talk about all of a sudden this is to protect herself because she's fearful. No, this is emotional manipulation. And we've seen Noi engage in this emotional manipulation from the very beginning of this season. And this is another tactic of hers to try and get Steve to bow down to her. Stay strong, Steve. I don't think she's going to outwit Steve. I think Steve is way more mature than Noi. He's 38 years old. And these little mind games that Noi is playing, I hope Steve catches on and realizes what it is. And let me tell you, I hope as the man of the house and the leader of his house, he puts his foot down. I really do. He should not let his household be run and ruled by a woman who's envious, jealous, and fearful. So what happens is he's got to give up his whole grand plan for her. When he's worked so hard to get here, he has saved up enough money. He has said it. He clearly has a long runway. And the reason why Noi has never even seen bank accounts, because she doesn't want to get up off of this point of the fact of the matter is Noi wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but she can still be that. But she's so blinded right now by her envy, she doesn't see the big plan of Steve. She really needs to start asking different questions. They need to start having a different conversation. And Steve needs to figure out real quickly that this is not fear with Noi. This is jealous and envy. And then what he can do is he can show her, listen, You can still get what you want, which is going to be a stay-at-home mom. And this is how we're going to do it. But the path to you getting that is not going to be necessarily me going back to a 9-to-5 job. That is the work that Steve has to do now. And he's got to figure this out with Noi, because she's a poor communicator and she's an emotional manipulator, and she doesn't say what she's really feeling. She's doing a lot of masking. But that's it, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.